these things because they are well known. They are known.
Bishop, what you're saying is everybody knows there is a problem in the country. Kenya and its intelligence, which knows their stuff, right? Clearly know what it is happening in the country. Investigative agencies, DCI, pretty much the best there is this part of the Sahara, know what it is they need to do. The political class see this is a problem. The bodies that you talk about, NCIC, Registrar of Political Parties, the IG, everybody knows there is a problem. But there is what one would say unwillingness to address the problem. Where would you reckon that is coming from?
It's coming from because if you start now applying the dictatorial rules, then there is a problem somewhere along the line. Mm-hmm. And I believe that the best way to go about it is when you look at even in the Bible, some of the examples that we have when you talk of political maturity is the case like the one in the book of Genesis 13 about Abraham and Lot. Two different ethnic groups, but at the end of the day, he sat down and he said, you know what, there's no need of us fighting on this thing. Mm-hmm. Let us make a decision on this issue and let us look for a way where we can be able to address this thing once and for all. And they did it, and it was very easy. Look at even some of the things that are happening in terms of people fighting each other, even killing, to an extent of killing. Yeah. In Kenya, killing has become like a norm. That is one of the things. My sister, if I look at this thing, it's becoming serious every day.
You know, Bishop, my concern when I look at what happened at All Saints Cathedral, it's just not any other street in the country, because that is close to Status Avenue. And that is where the president resides. It's highly secured, but that notwithstanding, it's also closer to government quarters. You know, you talk about NSSF, you talk about the judiciary. It's just, everything's just around the corner. Government ministry offices, everything around the corner. But for some weird reason, goons would get in, go to the church, attack individuals, get out, harass Kenyans, and nothing we see is happening. Have we lost our conscience on what a proper country that operates in the rule of law should be? Because I refuse as a setter to accept that along that route there was no police officer, there was no information, because further ahead, just close to EACC, is a police station. Nobody would have acted on time to deal with this matter.
That's what I'm saying, that for this one, the government needs to come out clean in terms of the measures to curb this issue of goonism. And I feel like squarely our president this time round has to listen to us, because if it can happen right now, 14 months to election, what will happen during the time of the election in 2027 is a question we have to ask ourselves. The other day, I agree that he said that we will have the peace and a peaceful election, but now look at what is happening 14 months before. I think it's high time that we need to come in and address this matter once and for all. And secondly, we should be coming up with measures of making sure that our young people, which is the biggest junk in terms of the voters who are there for this particular upcoming election. We address the issue of unemployment. We look for issues that are making them behave the way they are behaving. And I believe that way we should be aware of we will be able to address this